Oh, hello. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone is having a good Saturday. Yeah, it's Saturday. Forgot what day of the week it was for a minute. Everyone is doing good. Everyone is enjoying the weekend. Oh, actually, before we get too far into this, I'm going to do the changes today early so that I don't have to do it midway through. Right. Well, first things first, get the bike registered so then I can use the bike. Second things second, switch from Snappy to Magneto. We get to see how quickly we can go with this today. I think the average was, 41 an hour last stream. So if I can get to like 40... if I can get to 150 an hour, it'd be nice. Oh, my bouquet's in the post? Ah, that's good, Henry. Alright, I won't pick the flowers then. I'll be good. I won't pick any of the flowers. As tempted as I am. Because you can make a pretty bouquet. Hope your weekend's going well, Henry. Do you know I almost decided not to stream today? I was having too much fun with a new game, and I was like, I don't know if I want to hunt Rowlet, but then I thought, Rowlet? Shaymin. But then I thought, you know what, I'm going to force myself to do it. So, here I am. To think I almost would never have known that my bouquet was in the post. But yeah, so the goal today, I did do that. Gangster's Paradise, that was also the name of the song that I was thinking of. It's just a flower paradise going backwards and forwards. And it's just in my head for some reason that I'm just thinking of Gangster's Paradise. Oh, very random, Henry. Very random. When is anything that I do not random? When is it not? So yeah, so in theory I'll get to 1040 by the end of the first hour. We'll go from there. No, definitely not a Mountain Dew. A Pepsi Max. Not sponsored. Yeah, just because we got more. No, just because I'm being good. I'm being good. With the Pepsi Max, zero calories. Like, okay, no sugar, no calories. It's the, although it probably has all the artificial stuff that people worry about. But for me, I very much, you know, to a degree, am kind of watching what goes in my body. At least a little bit. It makes it good because when I have a ridiculous amount of, like, the full fat, the full sugar stuff, it really does seem like to make me incredibly hyper. So I do like the non-zero sugar ones. Although I had Diet Coke for the first time in a really long time Wednesday. I could not stand it. It tasted so horrible. I'm sure they would, Henry. Yeah, maybe I'll send them an email and be like, hey, I have a relatively small YouTube channel. Would you sponsor me and send me free Pepsi? The thing that they say, or the thing that I vaguely remember seeing, it was an advert for Pepsi that it's like in a blind taste test, Brits prefer Pepsi over Coke. And I'll be honest, for the zero sugar or the low sugar stuff, I think I'm in the same boat as most people. Although, let's be real, right? If Matt Pack couldn't get a Diet Coke sponsorship, I'm not going to get a Pepsi sponsorship. As realistic as I am being, you know, as the ever optimist that I am known for being, I just don't think that's going to happen as much as I'd want it, you know, as much as I wouldn't say no to it. Instead, I'm just going to sit here and just keep running backwards and forwards until Shaymin shine. Well, either until Shaymin shines or the 3-hour mark, whatever comes first. And then I'm half hoping that because the thing is, I really want to. Didn't think I would enjoy it so much. I mean, I bought it, so I was like, I'm going to enjoy it to a degree. How many hours have I put into it? 4 hours. Okay, I've not put a huge amount of time into it, but I really want to get back into playing Kingdom Come Deliverance. I was just getting to the point where I was like, yeah, I'm about there with the game, and instead I then had to go and do a bunch of stuff, and then the stuff finished, and then I'm streaming. It's like, oh, no time to do all sorts of stuff. It's one of those where I'm like, I just want to play it. Just want to have a bit of fun. But fun goes to the wayside in the pursuit of Shaymin. Although, if I'm lucky and I get shiny Shaymin early, I might be able to use that as an excuse to run off and go and play a different game. End the stream early and be like, right, I'm done, bye. Sprint off to play it. Because that's definitely what I need. More excuses to avoid responsibility and actively doing stuff. When's the Twitch streams coming? Potentially early next week. I've got to harass some people that I was supposed to do yesterday but didn't. So I will do it today. Because the Twitch stuff I'm more hoping to get away with doing more multiplayer stuff. Basically, I want to use it as an excuse to play some games with some people. So it's like I want to set a day a week where I'm like, this will be the day where we all play. You know, because it's difficult. Weirdly enough, it's difficult when you're an adult to get to play together, which seems really weird, but obviously everyone has responsibilities and everyone's, you know, working and partners, and things like that. So it's not like we can play every day. But my thinking was if I can convince everyone that we play like every Monday, then maybe we could get some stuff going. Because we haven't, like, me, my brother, my cousin used to play all the time. And then kind of life happened, and then now we don't. And I'm like, but, you know, I still play games. My brother still plays games. Cousin, not so much, because he's just come back. But because he's come back, I'm using that as an excuse to maybe see if we can get him to play. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna say, I mean, I want to do the Lego stream, but the Lego stream will probably be next. Oh, I don't know. I want it to be like a full day thing, because I want to... Basically, I want to build and not stop. I want to go into its complete, but I don't want to start it like on a Friday night, because I'm going to be exhausted from work. It's probably going to be one of those that's a day one. I say that, it's not solely going to be on Twitch. It is also going to be on the other YouTube channel. And then just kind of the VODs will just live there. Gives me an excuse to use it. Plus, if I can rope people in, it might force them to play games with me again. But yeah, got a busy few weeks ahead, so I don't know exactly. But when it does happen, I will probably just put a post in Discord. And then just kind of go from there, maybe? I really don't know. Maybe a community post on YouTube, who knows? Again, it's one of those situations where if I can find a day that we can all play, I can kind of craft a schedule around that, and then I'll have a proper schedule that will go up. So once that happens, I'll have a better idea. I'll have a better idea with what's going on. Hey, Daydreaming. How are you doing? Enjoying Marvel Rivals, I assume? I imagine that's the voice line. Hey, Ephraim. I'm gonna guess not Shiny Giratina. How are you doing, Ephraim? Hope your week is going good. And you too, Daydreaming. Hope your week is going well. Hope your weekend is going well. Alright, Henry. Well, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate seeing you as always. You have a good rest of your weekend. I like shaming as well, daydreaming. That's why I'm taking a break to get it for it. I definitely think I'm going to be able to hit like 80. Almost done 40 within 15 minutes, so extrapolating that, it's 160 an hour, which means I am about on pace to do really good stuff. Did find insane skill at Pokemon Unite though. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I haven't really... Oh, man, I dabbled in Unite so long ago. I just think I don't have the dexterity for it. I think that's my problem with Unite. So yeah, considering that we went from 140 checks an hour up to 160 possibly, means that I can get a lot more. So yeah, so plenty. Playing Jackpot is absolutely insane. If you choose Shadow Ball and Dragon Dance, your moves are basically immediate win. Oh, nice. Yeah, see, that's the other thing that I couldn't get my head around Unite. And then I did try. By try, I mean I messed around in the practice area for Marvel Rivals, and I don't know how I feel about it. I'd have to actually like play a game, I think, to give it a go. But I don't know. What are you doing now? Yeah, plenty. Can get lots of checks done today, which was my main concern. Was my main goal. Get a lot of checks done. What's... God, 160 times 3. Well, 153 is 140, so it's 450, so 10, 20, 30, 480. So 480, I can probably get to 500 checks today, easy. We'll see how it goes. Who knows, I might not need to. I might not need to do that many checks today. I could get lucky. Every check, I am hoping that I'm getting lucky. More so for this hunt than anything else, because you know I can use a little bit of luck at the minute. Plus, a Shaymin under odds would just be an amazing thing to have. So nice, and I can just like walk in and out. The good thing is that I think with the addedness of the bike, the speed now for doing this is just so much quicker. 20, 40. Yeah. Oh yeah, 150 an hour is easily achievable with the bike now. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's 9 more checks an hour than I was getting yesterday. At least. And again, all the more checks I can get in, the better. Because the more I do, closer to Shaymin I can get. And if I spend a whole day doing this, I could definitely get, like, basically to full odds. No, I don't think I could. 3 hours, 6 hours. I could probably get to 1,000, 2,000 checks in a day. So a quarter of odds within a day. Again, if I had the time to spend doing this hunt, like, properly, I could probably get it done within a week. Unfortunately, I don't think I will be able to do that anytime soon. So we will have to make do with the number of checks that I can do today, or each day. Bam, back into the flower paradise. Now I reckon that if I was willing to, I don't think they'd let me pinch any flowers. Because I'm pretty sure, isn't the whole point of... No, I was trying to think, isn't this flower paradise supposed to be like just a really pretty area? Shaymin would protect it, so I feel like I'd be chased out and attacked by all of the adorable hedgehogs. Not that I think I would particularly mind. Well, I would, because it would mean I couldn't get the shiny, but you know. Man, could you imagine actively shiny hunting in just like the Pokemon world in general? I think we saw one shiny hunter in the entire, so far anyway, in the entire series, and I think he saw like 6 Pokemon or something like that. Don't know how long he's been going for. Hey G-Ranch, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good Saturday. I hope Saturday's going well. I'm just thinking, I think it was Psyduck, Swinub. What else did he see? Can't remember now. I know those two are for certain. Pretty sure anyway. Ooh, the Unbound Hooper raids. Ooh, is that the Scarlet and Violet stuff? Ooh. We didn't realize they were doing oh, Pokemon Go. Ah. I was gonna say, I didn't realize they're doing a Hooper event. Arguably, I don't play enough Pogo, unfortunately. Yeah, I need to... Nah, I don't think I need to worry about playing more Pogo. I can tell you for certain, though, that when I inevitably end up going to Japan, I will be 100% be playing as much Pokemon Go there as I physically can. Just because I think the exorbitant amount of like Pokestops and raids and all of that I could do out there would be just manic. One thing that I would like to be able to do a bit more is travel. It's one thing that I physically, realistically don't have the time nor the funds to do. Time because I have to work, funds because I have to work. It is a real problem. I think it just becomes more annoying when you quantify it. So it's like I spend probably an unhealthy amount of time on social media. So obviously I see what everyone else is doing in terms of like, you know, people I went to school with, people around my age, and I'm just like, man, I wish I could do that. But, you know, they're doing, you know, touring around places, and I'm just like, man, I wish I could do that. But it's money. It sucks. Right, so 75, yeah. 75 in half an hour means 150 an hour, means slightly faster. Nope, there. I gotta get the muscle memory in for the bike. The bike is obviously just a little bit quicker. I do love the Shaymin cry. I do like the Shaymin sound. It's adorable. The thing is, I think I just need to keep up with the pace. And that's the thing. If I can get to... if I can get to 80 an hour, that would be ideal. 80 and a half an hour, sorry. I think I'm going to be just a little bit too slow for that, though. No, especially when I mess up like that. Precious seconds wasted on what's the word? Wasted movement. keeping up with the counting, though, that I can manage. Yeah, I'm hoping that when it shines, I will hear it sparkle. If I don't see it. So yeah, so if I can get to, well, I can get to 1,040 easy. I can probably get to 1,050, so then what would the next one be? 1,050, 1,200, and then 350, 380. Yeah, 380, I think. So yeah, 1,400, and then we'll see, because I mean, I might just do an extra half an hour today. Just try and push to 1,500, then, or maybe just over 1,500, and then tomorrow get to 2K. Honestly, I'm insanely happy doing this hunt because it feels so quick. I'm like, yeah, I'll just be on 2K by the end of the week. Literally spent like 4 days on it. Not even that. I think I spent like, well, 4 hunting days, but like, what is it? It's 3 hours a pop. So like 12 hours on it. Like max. It's insane. It's insane how quick this is. Considering a rowlet, if I hunted rowlet for 12 hours, I'd be like 300 checks. But I can make do with this. Nope. We run, and then we do it again. This is the definition of insanity, isn't it? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Because I am running backwards and forwards, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Physically, it's definitely the definition of insanity. But yeah, so I definitely think I can hit 1,500 today quite easy. Easily feasible. And the positivity definitely has got to account for something. See, I wish there was a flower, a specific color of the flower that I could use as kind of a marker for knowing how far I've gone. But I think what it does is it doesn't, I think it happens on like the second or third one in. I think it's there. Yeah, see? When I can see the blue at the bottom of the screen. Okay. See if I can remember that. See if I can actively use it. I mean, I waste precious seconds on not knowing exactly where, but I'm on a bike, so I think in the long term it doesn't matter too much. I see. Blue. Man, it's like a pixel perfect type thing. I think it's better to go ever so slightly too far than it is to worry about it too much. So let's not worry about it too much. Just see if I can get it pretty good. Again, once I've kind of got it to muscle memory, I should be good just to like blitz through a few hundred quite easily. Gonna hit all the 9s today. 999. No, 100% the bike was the way to go. I'm slightly annoyed that I didn't do the bike sooner. I'm annoyed it took me, what, like 700 odd resets before I remembered I could use the bike. Because I'm a smart person. I have a decent brain. The only other thing that I think could maybe speed it up a little bit is the text speed, but I'm pretty sure the text speed is already on as fast as it can go. I don't think I'm going particularly slow. Shaymin disappeared and we hit 1,000. So 35 will be next week. I mean, if I'm really lucky, I could maybe hit 4K next week. Depends if I do an extra 2 days, 3 days of hunting. It would get me pretty close to... Well, it would definitely get me over half odds. Without a shadow of a doubt, it'd get me over half odds. The temptation just to shiny hunt. Thing is that there's just so much kind of other stuff that I kind of would much prefer to do. Although Shaymin, pretty good. The only other thing I could maybe do is Rowlet, but Rowlet is bloody murder at this point. High gear. Not low gear, high gear. The good thing is once shiny Shaymin does show up, it should be apparent very, very quickly. Because again, it kind of will show up at the beginning of the animation. Like you can see it kind of from this frame. Which is good. It is very nice. Thank you, Shaymin. Unfortunately, though, I don't have a use for you. So I need the next one. So yeah, so 9, I mean 110 in 42 minutes. 45 minutes will be what, 115? It's good. That's what we want. We want a good number of checks in a decent amount of time. So that I don't have to worry about doing this hunt for months. Months on end would be horrible. Again, I do need to think of doing other hunts as well. Really don't know what, I kind of have nothing. I mean, I have a lot of stuff in mind, but it's a lot of just soft resetting. Like I could do other stuff. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think it is absolutely murder that Shaymin doesn't have it its own like legendary battle theme. I think it's murder that Shaymin has just got regular battle theme. I think just the fact that Rotom has it makes it slightly worse. Because let's be honest, Rotoms are so common now that it kind of feels like it's a bit of a sham. Begs the question, why on earth was Rotom so rare in the past, but now it's not? Depends. Is Rotom man-made? Like it's not like naturally occurring. Really don't know if we've got any clarification on that, because obviously they turned Rotom into like the phone, and it's like the idea is that Rotom is everywhere. But then obviously, I'm just confused. Just don't know enough about Pokemon lore in regards to the tech. I do love this. Just the area itself is so beautiful. I would love to see this brought back in a 3D game. How did this look in BDSP? I never experienced it in BDSP. Part of me wishes I did. I'm still not quite there for that, am I? Oh, I can hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 today. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely can't hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 today. That's a bit extreme. That is definitely a bit of wishful thinking. Right, come on, Shaymin. Let's get some more checks done. Man, I would love to get Shaymin before Pokemon Day. That would be nice. Question is, do I just like brute force it until I get it? How many days is it? Put the calendar up. We're only like 12 days away. Okay. So let's say 4, 8, 12. 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's 12 days. It is 12 days. Right. Well, so 11 days of hunting. So I can only really get to half odds. I mean, it's 11. I can get to 5k checks. I mean, that's still not enough. I mean, I guess the only other option would be just to grind it for like a day. Because I can easily do another K within a day. but an 8-hour stream of just me checking for Shaymin would definitely not be that entertaining. Especially if I don't get it. Which I'm not likely to. Although, statistically, every check is a check closer. And that is the positive way you've got to think about these hunts. Oh, that was a frame perfect check. How are we doing? All right, 10 minutes. 10 minutes to the first hour. And I am on pace to do a lot more checks per hour than last stream, which is good. It's kind of what I wanted to be at. We've almost done 140 checks already today. Two more checks to go would be pretty good. It was 141 an hour. And we're an hour, just under an hour in. We're already pretty much 141. So, with positive thinking, means probably pretty good to get like 150-ish. That's the hopes. There you go, 141, still got 7 minutes left. Which is good, because it means I'm on a faster pace than I was yesterday. That's all this hunt is about, is just keeping up the pace. I love this cry. Definitely know when I hit the blue I've gone too far. When the path starts going blue, that is definitely when I've reached the max point. That's better. Lots of blue. I'm wondering, the flowers don't change colour based on day, do they? I'm half thinking they do. $45, yeah, that's definitely good. Slow progress. Progress is progress, no matter what way you want to look at it. And this is definitely progress. Yeah, 150 would be good. We can do it. We can do it. Progress will be made today. Come on, little hedgehog. It's time for you to shine. Time for you to shine. You adorable little hedgehog. Make sure I've got the volume on. But progress is progress, no matter what. But yeah, 155 an hour is looking like the about rate. No, I think the flower patch stays the same. That would have been such a cool detail to do. We know that they kind of did the map events on this game where, you know, based on the day, the map changed. Would have been so cool if this flower arrangement changed based on the day. You know, it's like if you were here on a Monday, it'd be different to if you were here on a Thursday. I think it would have been so cool. Hey, Greg. How are you doing? I hope your Saturday is going good. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. Is it today that's your mom's birthday, or was it before? Cannot remember. Hope either way that she's having a good day, had a good day, or going to have a good day. Depending on the day. It was Thursday. There you go. I hope she had a good day on Thursday. Look at that, Greg. Almost 160 in an hour. Doing this bike. Probably would be if I didn't mess up so much. Like that. That's just from swapping to the bike as well. It's insane that it's 19 more checks an hour than yesterday. Nope, just the bike. That's it. It's like solely using the bike. Before I was just running, and now with the bike, I think it's just helped with that extra little bit. And also more so trying to get it a bit more, you know, frame perfect on each run out. You know, just that little frame perfect situation. That is it. But yeah, I almost didn't hunt today. I'm so glad I did, because I would have completely forgot about the bike thing and then not gone back to do it and then been stuck doing it the slow way. Ugh, can you imagine only 140 checks in an hour? But no, so the hope is, well, the hope is to get close to 1,500 today, and then tomorrow get to 2K. Obviously, unless it shines for me today, in which case I won't have to worry about it. Which would be ideal. Again, just the number of checks that I'm going through. It feels good to do a hunt this quickly. I physically think this is probably one of the quickest hunts you can probably do. Even if I think the only other one that might come anywhere close to it is just random encounters, but even then, the amount of time probably does increase because getting an encounter is RNG, whereas this is a guaranteed encounter. You just have to basically make sure you get the... Nope, see, I messed up 3 times that time. You have to make sure you get it good. Check on it. Like that. Perfect. Yeah, I physically think it's about 3 checks a minute. No, physically it can't be 3 checks a minute. It has to be more than that. Because 3 checks a minute in 90 minutes would only be one... It's got to be 5 checks a minute. Not super optimized on that one. Slightly slow, but we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to grind through the checks, get to 1,500, and then I might go and play some more Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Because I was really enjoying that game earlier. Actually, I was surprised because I didn't think it was going to be one that I was going to enjoy. Kind of surprised myself with it. But I'm 4 hours in and I'm eagerly ready to play more. Man, I love games like that. It's just kind of like you get a little taster, and then you're just really excited to play it again. I don't think I've had a game do that for me for a really long time. I think the last one was probably Legends. I think that was the last one that I kind of couldn't put down when I started playing it. I was like, I've got to finish this game. And then, funny enough, I didn't finish the story for like a year because I was too busy shiny hunting. Which is about right. What game was that? Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I think it came out relatively recently. And I just remember just seeing something, I was like, I just want to give it a go. I remember people raved about 1, but haven't played a game. I haven't played the first one. I was like, meh. I saw a thing that was like, you don't need to play the first one to play the second one. So I was like, okay, I'll play the second one. And then if one's ever on sale, I might pick it up. Arkham Knight is more complicated than Assassin's Creed. Oh, it makes sense, Nebula. It is a... it is supposed to be a hard game. It's not supposed to be easy. Batman doesn't have it easy. Man, I was half tempted to get back into Assassin's Creed as a franchise, but after Shadows, I just don't think, with what they did with Shadows, I'm just not sure that I want to play an AC game again. It was kind of ridiculous what they decided to do with that. Again, not being overly happy with what Ubisoft has done in recent years in regards to their games. I mean, that being said, there were a couple of good Assassin's Creeds for a while. A couple of the Rome one, the Egypt one, I think was apparently really good. But then they did this Shadows one. The problem I have with Shadows is that, again, I don't like that companies do this. They release DLC, or they put DLC for sale before the game has released. My problem with that is obviously that, is probably the same problem that a lot of people have with it, is that you're just taking content out of the finished game to sell it for more money. It's one of those things where it's like, really? Shouldn't you just put it in the main game? But yeah, maybe we need to do, maybe I need to do a poll on the stream when I start the stream up. Is Shaymin gonna shine today? Obviously, that only works if we don't get Shaymin today. Because there is always that possibility that Shaymin shines today. Good thing is that I don't have any snacks to snack on today. So when I go silent, it's just because I'm being silent or I'm thinking about other stuff. I mean, it's definitely up there for a lot of people, Nebula. It doesn't surprise me. I might have to, I always hate talking to my brother. I love my brother, but I hate talking to my brother because he always does the same thing. Whenever I ask him what he wants for dinner, he goes, food. And I'm like, yes, but what food? You could have anything you want. Your choice is food. I'm already pre-predicting his answer. Because I know what he's like. See, Spider-Man 2 recently came to PC. I don't know if I want to worry about getting it or not. I played Spider-Man 1. I don't know if I wanted to get Spider-Man 2. Look, all the way down. Honey soy sauce with green beans. Ooh. Is it honey and soy chicken? Or is it just green beans? Are you eating healthy, Greg? Oh, goodness. I feel sorry for you. Not green beans, broccoli. Oh no. Broccoli? That should be fine. I don't mind a bit of broccoli. Man, I did cooking today. I need to decide what I'm going to have for breakfast this week. Yes, with chicken. Not sure why you didn't type that. I mean, that's fine. I assumed that was the case. but I didn't want to, you know, typically that's what you go with soy honey, garlic. Bit of chicken goes quite nicely with that. Yeah, I made me some breakfast muffins. And I prepped those for the week. And then I also prepped me, what was the other thing I prepped? Breakfast muffins. Oh, I like doing overnight oats. I found that, I really like the overnight oats. I do need to make some new ones though. I keep making the same ones, and it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's nice because you can prep a few in advance, but oh goodness, sorry, yawns are kicking in. You can tell it's been a day. Yeah, I was having the same thing over and over again. And it was literally just 1 week I was just like, oh, you know what? I want to try it. And I tried it for a week. And I was like, you know what? Prepping it's easy. Because I was like, surely I can just prep a few days in advance. So with the overnight oats, I prepped them yesterday. They'll probably do... they'll last as long as the milk lasts in the fridge. The oats don't go off overly quickly. The peanut butter doesn't go off overly quickly. And that's really all that's in it. So it's like... It's like a 5-minute thing to make. And again, I do it the night before. Or I was doing it the night before. Putting it in the fridge. But then I was like, well, technically, can't I just like... meal prep it a bit? Because I was the same. I was pretty much just having cereal, toast. We were having muffins. We were having not muffins. Waffles, that was it. Can you not freeze it? In theory, I don't know how amazing refrosted, because I think, doesn't freezing just pull a lot of moisture out of it? So that's my only concern is with freezing that kind of thing, is that it would then be quite dry. Because that's what I think that's what they say, is that when you freeze stuff, the water particles shrink or expand, I think it's expand, isn't it? And then when you unfreeze it, it shrinks again. I don't know. I'm not a food professional. But in theory, you could. There's nothing. In theory, there's nothing that wouldn't be freezable. But again, the problem with freezing it is you still have to get it out the night before anyway. You know, and the amount of time it will take to get it out is probably about the same amount of time it takes to make it. So for me, it's just like, I just prefer just to make it the night before. And originally I was just sticking it in a bowl, and then I went to Tesco's and bought some 1 litre pots, Tupperware, because you know it was like £7.50 for them or something, or it was like 3 for the price of 2. So I just got 3 of them. It's like 15 quid, and yeah, I just make them in bulk. Once I'm done eating them, they go in the dishwasher. Easy. But no, it's like the muffins. I think you can do that with the breakfast muffins. Obviously, there's a lot of like freezer breakfast stuff you can kind of do. And one of those is like breakfast burritos or breakfast sandwiches or things like that. I did make them and freeze them before. But yeah, again, it's just one of those things where it's like, you have to remember to get it out the day before. I mean, you can get it out the day off, but obviously it's just a bit longer to prep in the morning. The thing is that I'm very, very lazy in the mornings. You know, I like to get up and kind of just mill around for the first half an hour when I'm awake. Most days. And then I also like to sit down and sit at my computer and do some stuff for like the first half an hour of the day. So basically, I wake up, sit on my phone, scroll through Instagram Reels or something like that. Never TikTok. And go from there. Then just quick breakfast, 10 minutes, and then it just makes it super quick, super easy. But no, there's a couple of other recipes that I've wanted to try for overnight oats. But basically, they all involve the same thing for the most part. You know, peanut butter, chocolate, peanut butter, cocoa powder. Some of them are a bit fancier. Like, they'll do the regular oats, but then they'll pour peanut butter over it, and then they'll pour chocolate over it. That's just too much hassle. I just mix cocoa powder in with my other stuff and just be done with it. That's why I just like sticking it in the fridge. I'm sure you could freeze it. But again, I'd forget about it. That is the problem I have. Also, I'm discovering the brutal weight of... I've come to the brutal realization that water weight is so much of a thing. Like I weighed myself Friday morning, and then I weighed myself this morning, and I'd put on 2 kilos. But Friday I had a lot more carbs, so I know it's literally just water weight. So yeah, it's one of those things. You know, I had a similar thing today, Greg, where I was like, well, no, I had it yesterday. I was like, do I get the frozen chicken that I bought specifically to do my breakfast sandwiches? I bought 2 lots because it was on special offer, but it was still on sale when I went shopping on Friday, so I just ended up picking up another packet. I was like, do I get more? I decided to just get more, but then I was like, do I get it out or do I just use this? I was like, I just use this. Use the new one that I bought. The freezer ones ain't gonna go bad just yet. Problem is that when I cook, I don't cook often. I cook once a week. It's the deal we have in the household at the minute. When I cook, I end up cooking the same thing over and over again because it's just like, you know, I want to try new stuff, but people are like, yeah, but we like this. I'm like, oh man, I want to try new stuff. It's a problem because I just let everyone decide what they want. But then also there's no arguments. Eating rice and broccoli, there you go. You are being healthy, Greg, look at you. Look at you being all healthy. But, I mean, it's better than starving. And I want to make my loaded I want to make my loaded sweet jacket potatoes again. Those were so nice. Still gonna pour honey all over it. Oh yeah, you gotta make it edible. Plain broccoli and rice is not something I would recommend upon my worst enemy. Although, Greg, this is an important question. How do you like your broccoli? Do you like your broccoli soft or still crunchy? Because it is a big bone of contention in our house. I personally prefer it soft. But the normal cook likes it slightly crunchy. We end up more likely, most of the time, ending up with crunchy veg. But me, I've always grown up on like soft veg. Soft cooked veg, mind you. You know, if I'm eating a carrot, you know, if I'm eating a raw carrot, I expect it to be crunchy. But like broccoli, I think I prefer broccoli to be soft. Then with cauliflower. maybe I'm strange. Maybe I'm the odd one with that. Ooh, depends on the vegetable. Now that's interesting. I'm more intrigued what's the vegetable you don't mind being, or that you prefer. I don't know. See, I think I just prefer most of them just soft. Yeah, I think I'm weird in that front. Carrot soft, beans crunchy. Interesting. See, I really like soft runner beans. Broccoli either or. Wow, that's really interesting. See, now green sprouts, I think, are slightly better hard. Or, you know, they need a bit of crunch on them to make them, you know, be good, in my opinion. But, like, runner beans, I much prefer them to be soft. Yes, that's interesting. I don't think I could live with eating. We'll find out tomorrow what kind of how I get the veg tomorrow. Typical Sunday roast day. We got everyone round. Broccoli two ways. Either you steam it to make it soft, or you char them with pepper to give them a good crunch. Okay, no, I definitely agree. Stir fry, if you have broccoli in a stir fry, then it can be crunchy. If there's broccoli like in a roast dinner, I prefer it to be soft. But then again, in a roast, it is normally steamed. But no, I think, yeah, in a stir fry, crunchy is acceptable. Or you roast them. Ooh. Roast them, eh? You don't have the patience to roast veg very often. Now, it's kind of one that is kind of just a every so often thing, isn't it? I don't think I've ever really had. Do you know what? Something I wanted to try making that I might do at some point soon is stuffed peppers, stuffed bell peppers. Never tried them. I don't think I've tried them. Not any recently. Oh, and I've got porridge pots as well. Man, I've got so much choice for breakfast next week. I forgot I got porridge pots as well. Never tried those either. Yeah, they're quite nice. I've heard good things. And it's just bell pepper that you just stuff with stuff. Stick in the oven and roast. I mean, I love bell pepper, so it's, you know, one of those things that's kind of like, wish I would have tried it. Should have tried it by now. But no, a little hack that I found that whenever I got like porridge pots recently, and I had one, it just wasn't enough to fill me up throughout the day. So normally I eat breakfast and then I don't eat again until dinner. So it's a good 10 and a half hours between my meals. And then I was finding that it just wasn't enough to fill me up. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to add like a spoonful of peanut butter in with it when I make it. Oh, that does the trick so nice. I just add a tablespoon of peanut butter into it. Oh, it makes it so much more filling. It gets me through the day much easier than it was doing before. I did the rough maths on it, and it's only rough because while I am being careful of how much I'm ingesting, I'm not like, you know, meticulously tracking it. But I did the math, and I think I'm anywhere between 15 and like just 1,800 calories a day. Which is literally just, well, I mean, depending on the breakfast, anywhere between 300 and 600 calories for breakfast, followed up by dinner. That's it. 0 calorie drinks, water. Pretty standard. Oh, tea. Well, coffee. I have a coffee a day as well. That's it. The problem that I'm finding is that I'm not active enough. So I've kind of stopped losing weight. And I think it's because I'm just not active enough to keep losing more. With the spring on the horizon, I'm thinking tomorrow I'm going to look at getting my push bike sorted. And then start cycling at least on Saturday and Sunday. Depending on the weather dependent, obviously. The weather is really bad, I'm not going to go out. But when we were doing the path last year, this specific cycle route that I'm going to be doing, it's like 700 calories a day extra loss, which would be good for fitness. Yeah, that makes sense, Greg. Again, I was very large. Hold up, let me do the math. So I was, at my heaviest, I was almost 19 stone. And now I'm down to, on a good day, just slightly over 15. So I very much needed to lose weight, and then I've lost the weight. So yeah, it's very strange. I basically spent most of my sub like 13, 14 years old having to wear XLs, to then all my recent clothes having to buy larges. It's incredibly strange. It's such a weird thing, but I'm like, oh, still not used to that yet. Like the Lucario hoodie that I bought the other week. Well, I bought in January. I was like, yeah, I'll buy that in XL because I'm so used to buying stuff in XL. It's way too big for me. I'm like, it's just too big. So I don't really know what to do with it. So at the moment, it's just been sitting on the back of my chair. Oh yeah, no, it's amazing. But it's just weird because I'm just like, it's thinking back. It's like at my peak, I was 44-inch waist. And I'm now down to 36. It's like, wow, it's hard to quantify that into numbers, but it's like 10 inches almost. And then it's like, that's a lot. That's replacing whole wardrobe type stuff. Funny enough, I did have to do that at Christmas. After Christmas, I went and replaced all my wardrobe. Well, not all my wardrobe. I went and bought a load more clothes. Because I was like, everything's just getting way too big for me. And I specifically waited till after Christmas because that's when you get all the sales. I was like, yeah, I'm going to wait. Waited. I went and bought a load of stuff. Right, so where we're at, almost at 1200, which is good. 1200 would be 300 resets. Wow, what? Already? Yeah, 300 resets in 2 hours is about right. What am I going on about? That's where I'm expecting to be. Dumbass. Helps if I'm not an idiot. But the good thing about losing a load of weight is that, well, it's good if you can keep it off. And I definitely have been able to. I've stabilized, which is the problem. Because I've stabilized, there's only one of two ways to lose more. It's either exercise or eat even less. And I can tell you for now, I like my food, so I am not eating less. But yeah, one of those things. But yeah, I want to get back out and cycling. I need to find me something to listen to though. I need to find me headphones that won't fall off. And then headphones that won't fall off, and also just something to listen to while I'm out. Shouldn't be eating much less than 1,800 calories a day. Yeah, that's the thing. Well, I've started. We have a weight set at home, and I've started to do weights just to help me, not lose the muscle mass that I have. See, the thing is, though, is that it's relatively easy to eat calories. It's very much harder to eat healthy than it is just to eat calories. Because calories is easy to consume. Just eat ice cream. You can easily eat so much ice cream worth of calories. It's insane. Hey Ninja, how are you doing? Hope your weekend is going well. Your week has been good. Welcome in. Because that's what, God, what was his name? Was it always, Rob McElhee? He got fat for It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and he was like, you can't eat that many calories a day, you have to drink that many calories a day, because he was eating like 5,000 calories a day, just drinking like gallons of ice cream at a time. You have too little to burn off. The thing is, though, Greg, is that you have to be eating more to put on muscle. So I think you have to be eating like upwards of 3,000 calories a day if you want to put on mass and put on muscle. Which is insane. As well as obviously working out. I mean, there's a lot. The thing is I go down these rabbit holes every so often, as I'm sure many people do, on a topic that appears on YouTube or, shorts or reels or whatever. For me recently, it has been the gym stuff, fitness stuff. And it's like, yeah, you need to consume this much. You need to be in the gym 3 times a week. You need to not do cardio, blah, blah, blah. And it, to a degree, it is rather insane, but obviously, if you care about your physique, if you want to look good and you want to be healthy, and it's a lot of work. Yeah, see, it's insane when you think about it, because I used to just be able to eat and eat and eat, and I reckon if I went to the gym and was eating what I was eating, I could have probably been freaking huge. But I didn't. And then that kind of, just spiraled. And then I just wasn't also very active. Which also didn't help. So I just put on a huge amount of weight. Technically also, according to the NHS website, I'm technically still not healthy. What is it? It's the BMI. apparently I'm not healthy on that because of how much I weigh and my height and my age. It's one of those things. But no, see, I had no problem eating. To give you an idea of how bad it was at my worst, there was a burger that was called, what was it? It was the Quadzilla. It was like 2 beef patties, it was 2 beef patties, it was a chicken fillet, chips, and like covered in nacho cheese stuff. And I would eat 2 of those in a sitting. It was easily like 4,000 calories. And I would do breakfast, lunch, and then that for dinner. When we went out, obviously. It was like a daily thing. But I did do that quite a bit. And then when we went out Wednesday, I had a burger that was about half the size of one of those, and I struggled with it. I finished it. I was so full after it. It knocked me out for like a good hour. I was like, I can't do anything. Yeah, see, I think for my age and my height, I need to be down to almost 90 kgs for it to be considered healthy. For me to be not considered obese. Sorry, overweight. I was obese, and then I went down to overweight. I need to get down to like 14, or is it 13 stone? Is it like 87 kilograms or something like that? $1,200. $300 resets in less than 2 hours. Progress is good. I mean, in all fairness, apparently they were trying, or they were. I remember hearing it relatively recently on the news that they were saying that the BMI isn't a good indicator on fitness. It's not a good indication on health. So 80. Oh, I had it up. I just closed it. Did I close it? Yeah, I closed it. Kg. Well, I think it's about 7 stone. 9 stone, sorry. So yeah, it's probably about right. You're probably in the good zone. And it was just on the NHS website, but they were saying it's like not a good factor for saying it's a generalization that doesn't work, because obviously you get bodybuilders who are like really low % body fat, but according to that they're obese because it's height, age and ethnicity. So it's a really strange way that they calculate it, but obviously they decided that it was about that. The worst thing is I don't really measure myself that much. So my height measurement is going off of a old one. Yeah, so for instance, I'm about 185, I think. Well, I'm between 180 185 in terms of centimeters for height. I am a tallin, as it used to say, as I used to be told when I was at my biggest. I was built like a brick shithouse. Now not so much. I'm still pretty big, mind you, but I'm just not as big as I was, 5 years ago. I was trying the other day to compare some pictures between 5 years ago and last year, and I really couldn't spot much in the way of difference between the two. The thing is that all the people that I see regularly don't notice the change because it's been so gradual and over such a long time. Whereas it's not like I don't see that many people that, I don't see once a month kind of thing. So no one's kind of gone, oh my god, you look amazing to me, oh my god, look how thin you are. Because it's been such a slow burn over so many years. But again, me sitting at my desk for 3 hours a day shiny hunting probably doesn't help my my overall fitness. Which is why I was like, maybe I need to consider getting me a walking pad or something like that. Just so then even when I'm just sitting at home or watching shows, I can just walk. And then at least I'm being a little bit active. Well, that's the thing. I haven't seen anyone from secondary school in probably 8 years. And I'm sure if I actively decided to spend time outside, I'm sure I would bump into people. But again, it's a case of, one, would they recognize me? I mean, I'm a very recognizable person, so I'm sure they would. And two, would they even want to talk to me? Not that I was bad in school. Yeah, see, we have one. My brother is eventually moving out. We don't know when, but he's moving out, and his room is getting turned into a home gym. So we're getting like proper weight rack and stuff put in, and that kind of gives me not a lot of excuse to not do it. But I can't. Me personally, I can't stand the exercise bike. We have one. But I cannot stand it. It is such a miserable thing to just cycle on. I much prefer just going out for an hour and doing it. I don't know what like the difference is in terms of calories, but I also find that going out and riding just feels better than just sitting inside. Obviously, circumstances and things like that, mean, maybe for some people it's better to have an indoor one versus going outside. But, I got a decent bike route. It takes me an hour. Up at 6, crank it out, back by 7:30. It's a good way to start a Saturday or a Sunday. But no, I need to sort out. I think I'm going to sort out my bike tomorrow because the weather's starting to get slightly better. Hey, Direwolf. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the luck as well. Full odds hunting Totodile in Soul Silver yourself. Ooh, nice. Oh, I hope it goes well. Hopefully it doesn't take you too long. Are you keeping track, Direwolf? Do you know how many checks you are through? So that's a soul-crushing one in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, because obviously you could get a Cyndaquil or a Chikorita, and you have to pass it up to get Totodile. Because you're actually going somewhere, I reckon. That's true. Can't just watch the time go down. Yeah, see, that's the thing I was struggling with. But I feel like, for me, I end up skipping through a lot of shows. It's a really bad habit that I want to try and break. I feel like the easiest way for me to be able to do that is by sticking it on, putting on the walking pad, and physically stepping away from the desk. Because that gives me just a little bit of time to, it gives me like 20-30 minutes a day that I'm just doing an extra activity. And it's just finding those little bits of time to just get a little bit more exercise in. 556 encounters. Ooh, is that total encounters or Totodile encounters? That's the next thing, because there's two different ways of counting for the Heart Gold, Soul Silver resets, right? It's either you count in 3s, but obviously that's more so if you're hunting for whatever, versus for your single check, where I guess you'd count in 1s. But yeah, I tried really hard to beat my time. Luckily, I have an app that I was using to track how long it was taking me to go through. Oh, total soft resets. Ah, so yeah, so that'd be 3 checks. When did I get my shiny? I think I got my shiny at 800 soft resets. I did just a random one in Heart Gold. I got a female shiny Chikorita in 800 odd resets, because I think it was just shy of 2,400 checks, like total checks. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, so I stopped in August. And I did... yeah, just shy of... No, that can't be right. Shy of 6? Was it 6 kilometers? No, 16... Yeah, 17 kilometers. 17 kilometers an hour on average. I don't know why it measures in kilometers. I think I can change it to miles an hour. But yeah, it was about 600 to 700 calories burnt for that morning ride. So starting the day in a big deficit was always nice. But yeah, I'm thinking part of me wants to. I had a weight goal in mind for when I next go skiing, which is just shy of a month's time. And I was like, what on earth am I gonna do? I want to try and hit my weight goal. I was like, do I cut out carbs for like a week, 2 weeks beforehand, just so I can get as low as possible? But I'm like, I'm gonna be like so sad for that week, 2 weeks. So I think instead I'm just gonna increase my physical activity and hope that works. $12.36. Yeah, I need to try and get a little bit out. It was the one thing I was like, I'm gonna look into walking pads and just see kind of what they're like, how much they are, and things like that. And it's just a small combination. Just doing the extra little bits each day will be enough to help me hopefully lose. I mean, I don't have to lose a lot. That's the thing. I only have to lose 5 kilos. Yeah, figure it out. Figure it out. I'm sure I'll be alright. Oh, the yawns are kicking in. Must be after 8. $12.40. So yeah, so 160. I don't think I can get to. Wow. Yeah, no, I do think I'm gonna grind. I do think I'm gonna grind to 1500 today. So much rice to eat, good God. Well, Greg, you're on a bulk. Think of it like that. You're trying to bulk up. You're in your bulking phase. Yeah, that's the thing that I've seen is that's the other thing that comes up is all the bloody fitness memes. That's what I've been getting recently. The way I like to think about it, it's good for the soul, you know, the memes. No, all the way. There we go. It's always good to have a good laugh every now and again. And I find that the memes definitely help. Oh, the other thing good that's happened is on Friday, funnily enough, the only day that it was a half day, I ended up getting actually decent internet in the office again, which is good because I didn't have it for like all last week, and it was a real pain in the ass while I was trying to sort stuff out. Just had no internet, and I'm just sitting there bored with not a lot of work to do. So I'm just trying to sit there trying to get onto my phone to watch stuff, and I couldn't watch it. It was so annoying. Although arguably that situation could have been sorted if I was on the office Wi-Fi. Yeah, I don't know what hunt to do next. I think I do need to do some prep work for Darkrai. Maybe Smeagol wouldn't be the best shout then. Maybe we do keep our current catching team. Maybe I just need to level everyone up to like level 100. Get Magneto up. Get Magneto up. Get Blade up. Get Snappy up. Just need some stuff to tank. Maybe I need to get me a Chansey. Or even better, maybe I need to get me a Blissey. Get a Blissey with a positive, get a Chansey with a positive, what do I want? I want increased special defense for Darkrai, right? Yeah, because Darkrai is a special attacker. So I want increased special attack. It can be low speed, it doesn't matter. That might be a good plan as well. Oh, is it only special moves? I'm just thinking soft boiled and increased special defense was kind of my thinking for it. Just need a special attacking tank. Ideally with like a healing move. That is a good question, Greg. I do not know. I have no clue. I haven't thought that far ahead. I still haven't got Shaymin yet, so I'm not too on Darkrai just yet. I've got my plan for Shaymin, which is Magneto, Blade, full swipe, and then basically just keep throwing Premier Balls until I catch it. And I have plenty of Premier Balls. I have 250 Premier Balls, so either I run out of Premier Balls or Shaymin runs out. Well, Shaymin will run out of PP before I run out of you know, Premier Balls. Which is good. But no, I know Darkrai has... Well, I know Darkrai probably has Dark Pulse, maybe Shadow Ball. Hold up. Event. Darkrai moves. Platinum. Ominous Wind, Snore. Oh no, hold on, that's just moves. No. Okay, here we go. So, right. It would be an old one, wouldn't it? When was it released? It was, I want the, they did a global release, which I have. Here you go. Okay, so double team nightmare, feint attack, hypnosis, apparently. He's high enough level compared to what you're fighting. Blissey can probably tank a few physical moves, just has very low defense. I mean, again, that's why I was hoping for one with a special increase. And also, it's just the HP pool and soft boiled. I was just thinking, just having the Pokemon that can heal itself, which I'm pretty sure soft boiled does. Or do I want milk tank with milk drink? Or do I get a Smeagol with both of those moves? How insane would that be? Just a stall Smeagol. Yeah, I think Smeagol is probably not the best choice. I just want Smeagol because I think I'm going to want to use it in Ultra Moon, and it would be cool to bring it up, you know, have it do some work against Darkrai, and just be like, yeah, it also does this. All right, Poundon. Ooh. I mean, a Poundon is a good idea. The only thing that worries me is Sandstream. If the goal is to get Darkrai as low on HP as possible with a status effect, the only concern is Sandstream. I'd have to find one without it, which obviously is possible, I think. Or it might not be, because there's no hidden abilities in Gen 4. It's just if it has a secondary ability that it could have. Because again, Darkrai has no way to heal. And that would be scary. Hit Poundon. Platinum. Have a look. Yeah, Sand weighs off after 5 turns, but the problem is if I want to be able to lower Darkrai's HP, I want to get it down to as low as possible before throwing in my item. Before throwing in my tank, sorry. So the problem with that is if it's just doing that. It does have Sandstream in Gen 4 Pokedex. Again, it's more a case of I just want a Pokemon that can just sit in there and just tank hits while I'm throwing Pokeballs. And I mean, I guess it can learn Rest, but then at that point, I think I'd be better off going for a Snorlax. Or a Wailord. Actually, Wailord might not be a bad idea. A Wailord with Aqua Ring and Rest, maybe? Might be a good shout. Or Steelix. All good shouts. All good shouts. Ooh, hopefully Direwolf. Hopefully it doesn't take you too long. I mean, Steelix unfortunately is a little bit more involved for I mean, it's just having the iron coat is the only real problem, and trading it. Again, not really a problem, because I do have the ability to do that. Gen 4. Catch him in the wild and platinum, even better. On Iron Island. Ooh, okay. Kind of wanted to see the ability, but I think it's probably not anything horrible. And I mean, we can give it substitute as well, but again, substitute isn't that useful. Obviously, it can learn rest by TM. Yeah, there's a couple of contenders, or I could just bring multiple. Like, I could just bring Steelix, and I could also bring Whale Lord. I could just say, screw it, I'm going to bring both. Again, my team comp would be... At that point, I think I'm more worried about Darkrai running out of PP before anything. I would... Is there any way in Gen 4 to give it a berry? Is there any way I can give it the leper berry or whatever it is? Because, I mean, double team... okay, not amazing. Nightmare only works if you're asleep. Faint attack and hypnosis. Any nature, which means it's shiny huntable. Warlord would also be good. Could paralyze with body slam. Oh no, I'm thinking of keeping Magneto and Blade on the team. So Magneto can paralyze it, and then I'll just go through and full swipe it. I literally just need something to sit there and tank. I think is the plan. Hey Hugo, it is indeed. Shaymin is very cute. How are you doing? Hope your weekend is going good. Hope your week has been good. I mean, as that's me expecting that full swipe will work. I'm pretty sure it works because it's dark, it's not ghost. So full swipe will be absolutely fine. So yeah, it's literally just having a tank. And if Steelix resists dark, it will be good probably to have Steelix with rest. The only problem is hypnosis. I'd kind of, with its ability to keep using hypnosis, I would prefer something that could just handle hypnosis better. Hence why I was thinking more Whale Lord, because I could set up an Aqua Ring and then at least get a little bit of healing each turn, even if Whale Lord is asleep. I mean, that's expecting I can make it past turn 1 with it on the field. Yeah, and Nightmare also will work. So my thinking was a leftovers Aqua Ring, Whale Lord. Obviously a backup would be Steelix with leftovers. Maybe a Pokemon with Vital Spirit. Is there any in Gen 4? Trying to think. Vigoroth, I think, has it, but I don't know if Vigoroth is in this gen, in this game. There's got to be some. Or Insomnia. Or I could go, who? Maybe Noctowl? Or is it Xatu? I just need something that can resist sleep. But again, I kind of have to be worried about PP. That is my main concern, I think. Ooh, nice Nebula. I haven't, no. Hit Primeape? Ooh, I don't think so. No, I've never watched a YouTube series. I only relatively, for a small amount of time, delved into Hell of a Boss, but I've not really been keeping up with that. Or Honchkrow resists Dark, gets Roost Boost, and has Insomnia. I think that's going to be the way to go. I think Murkrow definitely. Again, its defense though, we're only worried about Feint Attack. Because that's its only attacking move that can do any damage to us. Because it can't Nightmare, it can't Hypnosis us. And then, so long as it's paralyzed and on low HP, it doesn't matter if it's double teaming. The only concern is getting Blade and Magneto in, which is kind of why I'm hoping to get them up to level 100, so hopefully they outspeed just by level cap. And then go from there. We'll see. Oh, nice Nebula. Oh, no, I did manage it. Didn't think I was going to manage that. So yeah, Murkrow, Honchkrow, definitely. Insomnia. Not too worried about defense because it's only Feint Attack. It can't put me to sleep. Roost. I think it might be Honchkrow. The only problem is Blade is going to be very weak to Darkrai. Obviously, being a psychic type. So Blade literally just needs to get in 1 or 2 full swipes and be good. I think that's a good plan. Murkrow. Platinum. I want to see where can we get it. Not worried about evolving it. Well, my main thing is I kind of want to try and get more shinies in this game. So I was kind of hoping to shiny hunt for it. If it's the case of I have to just random encounter for it, it might be a bit of a situation. Trying to think. I mean, Murkrow works though, doesn't it? It has Insomnia or Super Lucky, which means it's gonna be a 50-50 chance on what one I get. Yeah, maybe that's the plan. It's just avoiding sleep for like 2 turns, 3 turns is really all it needs to be able to do. Because again, I think turn 1 I'm just going to go Magneto and try and get paralysis on it. Try and hit it with a Thunder Wave. Swap into Blade, sorry. And then hopefully just full swipe it. And again, hopefully, because because be at level 100, it might be okay. Definitely, it will outspeed it because I think it's level 50 Darkrai. I don't know if I'll be able to manage it. Okay, yeah, no, I think we'll go that. We'll go Murkrow as the tank, then. And then I just need to find me a Murkrow with Insomnia. A shiny Murkrow with Insomnia would be even better. I think I'd like to be able to chain for it, just because that will make it a bit easier to get a few shinies. Frame perfect. Check right there. No, missed it. There we go. Slightly less. Nah, I think Blade will be fine. I'll give it a berry. I'll carry. I don't think I need to stock up on Awakenings because it's kind of pointless. It's kind of a silly thing to just kind of try and do that. So maybe I won't worry about that too much. I'll give him the berry that wakes them up from asleep once, and then hopefully that's all it will need. One full swipe hopefully will be enough to get it down low enough, and then with paralysis as well, it should give me a fighting chance to get 2 off at least. So I think that'll be fine. $13. No shiny. But no, I think that'll be the strategy. Yeah, Insomnia Murkrow. Insomnia Honchkrow even. It's starting to sound... I'm starting to formulate a plan. I'm going to do my good old... No. What's his name from the A-Team? There's Face, Murdoch, BA. I can't remember his name. He's the leader. He's played by Liam Neeson in the film version. He loves it when a plan comes together. Why can I not remember his name? Why can I remember Murdoch's name but not his name? God, I hate it when my brain does that. See, I know who plays him, I can't remember the name of the character. It'll come to me. It'll come to me in a vision. Probably in a week's time. See, I only know because I watched the movie a bunch, the relatively recent movie. I think it was 2011 movie. Hold up, I'm gonna look now. A-Team. No, A-Team. 2010. Oh, I was close. And it is Liam Neeson. I knew it was Liam Neeson. Hannibal Smith. That was it. John Hannibal Smith. It had Bradley Cooper in it. It was like a really stacked cast for the time. Quinton Jackson as BA. That is not relatively recent. That's 15 years ago. Yeah, but it was still relatively recent. When you consider the original A-Team was 1983, it's a bit more recent than that. That had Robert Vaughn in it, and I only relatively recently realized it had Robert Vaughn in it when I came across a clip on YouTube. I think it was YouTube Shorts about the original A-Team. He played a character in one of my other favorite shows growing up, which was Hustle, which is a very random one. No, I don't think in 2010, I don't think I was Greg. I think I was still in primary or just leaving primary. think 2011 was when I started the secondary school. I'd have to check my CV to know for sure. But yeah, he was in Hustle, which is again is another show that probably not many people have watched, and that's even older than the A-Team. It was a TV drama. 2004. Okay, yeah, that's. I watched an awful lot of that growing up as well. The cast of Hustle was pretty goated as well. Adrian Lester, another Robert in it. I preferred the earlier seasons versus the later seasons. Man, that show. There was also another random one that I remember watching. I don't think it went on for very long. Oh, did I just mess this up? No. Thank goodness. No, I can't remember it. There was a show that I remember. UK show was 20. God, it was early. But it was something to do with Mars. I can't remember what it was. It was a British TV show about a guy who woke up, different time, he became a police officer. I can't remember the name of it. But I vaguely remember Mars being in the name. I thought it was Escape to Mars or something like that. It's not Escape from Mars. It's not Escape to Mars. That's a different film. I know it when it will come to me. It will come to me in an aberration. I know it will. I'm gonna be cursing myself until then. I think you can very easily tell a lot about someone about the shows that they grew up on. Like, I used to watch Postman Pat, Thunderbirds. There's a lot of stuff. I remember watching old Thomas the Tank Engine before it went CG. The original Postman Pat, Fireman Sam, again before it went CG. Man, I miss a lot of those old shows. Man, they tried to redo Thunderbirds non-CG, and I just don't think it did so well. Oh, it really was, Greg. I'm so tempted to rebuy. Oh, I think it's like the first 6 or 8 seasons and then it went CG. I'm tempted to buy those again and just have them. Just so I can rewatch it. I don't think you can go wrong with old school Thomas. Fireman's Sound was also pretty good, and I remember Bob the Builder. Again, the old school method of filmmaking, you know, like the Wallace and Gromit style, not so much stop motion, but they pretty much were stop motion, just kind of fell out of, like, style. For a really long time, it was the easy way to do things because computer-generated stuff was just too expensive. And now it's kind of flipped, where computer generating is so much easier than practically doing something, that people decide to just, all films, all stuff, go the method of CG versus, like, physical stuff. Because that was the thing, the Thomas the Tank Engine stuff was all actual model trains. That's what I loved about it. I could ramble about it for a really long time. It just has a really soft spot in my heart. All that old style of physical production. You know, the Thunderbird puppets, the Bob the Builder being more like little models. Being more stop motion. Oh no, definitely does. It really does take a long time. Yeah, I think the Wallace and Gromit stuff just took ages. Yeah, see, I mean, it worked. It worked. See, I think you can capture that essence with CG, but again, it just takes a bit more time to do, and it's kind of like, why bother doing that when you can just do it quick? Right, to me, when the Thomas the Tank Engine stuff went full CG, I lost a disconnect to the show. Because it was like butchering something that I love. Because at the same time, it was kind of, what was the other thing that came out? Chuggington, which was another train show that was basically along the same idea. That, I just didn't like it. For me, it had to be models or nothing. And the thing with the models is, especially for Thomas and Friends, let's be honest, it wasn't overly difficult. It wasn't overly time consuming to make, because you would run the model on the track, and the talking, you know, whenever you had any human characters in, they would literally just be standing still. I remember so many scenes of the Fat Controller just sitting there. The only problem was like doing all of the eye movements. which I saw something that was like behind the scenes stuff, and they had like lots of different faceplates for all the trains. I do think they could have made it a bit better, but they probably just did it as cheap as they could. Is it still going? I'm kind of curious. No, it stopped. Oh no, they stopped doing it? Now they're just doing animated YouTube short things. Do you know what I also realized? I never noticed until I did research, you know, within the last year, was that Ringo did the voice for the narrator in Thomas the Tank Engine. Didn't realize it. Yeah, apparently Thomas the Tank Engine's final episode was in January 2021. However, the Thomas and Friends YouTube page uploaded a short kids cartoon. And they've been uploading them for a while by the looks of it. They're like 1-minute episodes. They've been uploading them. If it's been since Thomas the Tank Engine stopped airing, I'm going to be even more annoyed. Hey Snivy, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good Saturday. Hope your weekend's going well. And you finished Persona 3. Nice. Now, my question is, how long is it until technically Thomas the Tank Engine comes into public domain? How much would it require for me to reboot the franchise all by myself in the old style? Considering it was running from 1984, it was going for so long, and then they stopped it, and now they're doing arguably horrible kid-friendly what's the word? Coco Melon-esque videos. You know, high colors, high contrast. Oh, look at me, kind of thing. I think it's bloody. I think it's disgraceful. Next, you're going to tell me Fireman Sam has stopped airing. Okay, Fireman Sam is still going. You. The only years after the creator's death is when stuff becomes public domain. Oh. So we got a little while yet then. Yeah, definitely a little while. 1997, unfortunately, is when, well, yeah, unfortunately is when Rev passed away. And the BBC Archive uploaded a talk about him, with him, about Thomas the Tank Engine and its success. Arguably, I can take liberties and make my own. I think there's a reason why Model Train stuff does so well on YouTube. And I'm going to pin that down to half of it is train heads. The other half of it are kids that grew up with Thomas the Tank Engine that are now getting to the age where they can build their own stuff and they're all interested in it. That's where I'm at. I am at the situation where I'm like, I want a model railway set. I have the willpower and the determination to do it. I don't know if I have the skills, mind you, but that's not going to stop me. That being said, there is a bunch of successful created railway stuff after Thomas. Stuff that was inspired from like Sodor and Thomas. I mean, that's fine, Greg. I'll just come up with my own stuff. I don't have to use Thomas as an IP. They don't have they might do. I don't think they have seeing how Chuggington was a thing, I can't imagine they have copyright on trains that have faces. So, oh, and I have a 3D printer now as well. Okay, hold up. The ideas... Yeah, gone in the copyright neutral engine. The ideas are running through my head. I have a... Okay, I don't want to admit it because I broke it. I have a HO scale train of the Harry Potter train that unfortunately does not work. However, I mean, I also have Thomas and Friends trains in the same scale upstairs. I know I have them up in the loft. However, obviously, I can use those as base tests and look about doing. It would be feasible. I don't know why I'm seriously entertaining the idea of this. But there is just something about it that is just... It is just kind of giving me that kind of... It's just tickling my brain in the right kind of way that I'm just like... I could do it. It would be feasible. I have a plan of attack. basically what I need is someone to agree that it would be a good thing for me to go, no, I'm not going to do that. That's how my brain works. If you go, oh man, that's a really bad idea, you shouldn't do it, I'm like, well, screw you, I'm going to want to do it. If you say to me, that's a really good idea, I think you should do it, I'm going to go, yeah, well, it's a lot of work though. It's so much work. I mean, you could get the same effect by literally sticking googly eyes onto the front of a train. Sounds like a terrible idea, Pete. I know it does. See, I would need a character like the Fat Controller, and I don't think I'm creative enough to come up with a character like that. Okay, so what was it? 375. So I did 475 resets in 3 hours, which is definitely faster than yesterday. And that is even with me slowing down to do some Googling as well. The Fat Controller also had a really interesting name. I can't remember his name. Fat Controller. Sir Top Hatum. That was his name. How insane of a name is that? Do you know what's insane? Is that, in theory, because he's a Sir, technically it means he got knighted in the Thomas the Tank Engine universe. Hold up. I want to go and look at his wiki. No, I don't want the real life. I want to know how he got his Sir. First 2 books of the series, Roy is known as the Fat Director, becomes... He's known as the Fat Director. I want to know when he got knighted. His brother got knighted as well. Sir Loham Hat. So it's Topham Hat and Loham Hat. Man, the insanity. It's literally just the fact that it clicked in my head that they don't have... I'm pretty sure they don't have any copyright on the idea. What do you mean in real life? Did he exist? Apparently he was based on a real character. Oh no, people dressed up as him. Sorry, it just says in real life. Days Out with Thomas events are popular way of raising money for heritage railways. These events are an opportunity for children to meet characters from the books and television series, or at least the engines that have been dressed up to resemble them. These events are inevitably presided over by a Fat Controller played by a railway volunteer of the appropriate age and build. Funny enough, the copyright holders have strict... Hold up. Copyright holders are strict about how these volunteers should appear. The South Devon Railway's Fat Controller was forced to either quit or shave his beard. And it is also forbidden for the Fat Controller to be too thin. Which is insanity when you think about it. In the United States, on the other hand, he is instead portrayed as a costumed character with the performer's face hidden. So it's cute up until the fact of he has to be a portly gentleman with no facial hair. No, I think it's very, very feasible. You just have a thin controller. Or a bodybuilder controller. How insane would that be in this day and age where you have a super muscly dude being your because again, train stations are different nowadays, so it would have to be a different situation, right? It's just interesting, you know, thinking the complexities on how it would work. Either you set it as a period piece back in that era of like the UK travel, or you base it in the future where it's like, you know, steam trains are only ran on heritage railways, blah blah blah. Or you get modern trains, but modern trains don't work so well with faces. And I think Chuggington worked that way. Hold up, I want to have a look. He was voiced by Keith Wickham from 2009. Who voiced him before that? Did he not have voices? Oh. Series 2, man, that's insane. Yeah, exactly. We'll have a bodybuilder fat control. Oh no, it's a bodybuilder fat controller. We'll have a bodybuilder controller. He'll basically be an Arnold bodybuilder, an Arnold size builder. You know, old school Arnold. And he'll control the trains. He'll be in charge of Colin, the copyright neutral engine. Will be the train that he's in charge of. It's just funny to think about. I think it would be feasible. I don't think it would take a lot to do it either. It's a camera, a couple of locomotives, a small diorama, just as like a test thing. It would be easily doable. The buff controller, exactly. And when he gets stressed, he flexes his muscles and his... No, maybe not. Well, who says it has to be for kids? He flexes his muscles and he like rips his shirt. That's how we get the captive audience. We get the mums involved. The kids want to watch it for Colin. The mums want to watch it for the buff controller. We get all audiences. Perfect hook, line, and sinker. The only thing we don't have is the captive dad audience. But then Thomas never had that anyway. So we're basically just mimicking Thomas. I don't know why I am unironically entertaining the idea of this. I don't know why. It just sounds hilarious to me. It sounds like something that, ironically enough, I think is niche enough on YouTube that it could work. Buff controller, I love it. I love it. Alright, I'm going to go to 1500 today, so you get me for at least another 100 more resets. The buff controller. Theme song is just a played out of tune version of Thomas on the kazoo. I mean, no, you'd have to come up with something. You'd have to come up with something, but you'd also have to use Thomas as like a starting point, you know? You'd kind of have to... It has to be iconic in its own way. Man, okay, I need to stop. Because I know what's going to happen is I'm going to do the testing tomorrow, and then I'm going to go out. I'm going to order a freaking model. I'm going to order a model train that will be Colin, copyright neutral engine. Just thinking, aren't all the train names very English? I never really paid much attention to it before, but thinking about it, Thomas, Edward, James, Spencer, Elizabeth, Ben, there's Diesel, Percy, James, Thomas, Edward, Toby, Bill and Ben, Thomas, obviously, Henry. They're all like very, very, very British names. Diesel. Okay, in all fairness, most of the steam trains have names. Wasn't there a helicopter called Henry? Hold up. What was his name? Harold. Knew it began with a H. I remember Harold. Oh, there was the bus. Who was the bus's name? Hold up. Okay, here we go. You ready? There's Bertie, Bulgy, Australian buses, Green Bus, Special Algae. Okay, hold up. There's too many names. Bertie is the main one. Single decker was Bertie. Yeah, Bertie the bus. Bertie and Bulgy. Okay, I'll be honest, it's been a while since I've met anyone named Bulgy. I think it's doable. The fact I think it's feasible scares me. I don't think anything is ever easy or feasible. But I'm like, surely it wouldn't be too difficult. I think you have to have the same kind of film grain as the original model stuff. I don't think it would work too well in super realistic high-def images. I think as much as possible, you have to stylize it the same as the original. I think I want to do some testing. I think what I'm going to do is probably end up creating a... I think I'm going to create a new YouTube channel and just put like a test video up on it and just see if it gets any reception or anything like that. I think so, Greg. I think so. I'm gonna physically do some tests. I'll spend the time. I'll do the test. I'm gonna 3D print a couple of faces. I'm gonna put a little bit of work into it. And I wanna see if it's something I could do. I'll do you one better, Greg. You can be the buff controller. You can voice the buff controller. Unless you want to be Colin. You can be Colin. I'll let you take Colin. That way, then you can be in it. Okay, here's the thing though, right? If you're gonna be the buff controller, does the buff controller have a top hat and a monocle? Is he basically the same as the fat controller, but with a top hat? That's the question. I feel like if we're going time period piece accurate, he has to have a top hat and a monocle. The question is though, is the attire. What would the fit controller wear? Just a tank top? or like would he be wearing like a suit top that he then when he got stressed turned into a tank top? I think it's going to work strangely well. He's just shirtless after he loses the top. Oh, okay. Yeah, but the question is, what kind of attire does he wear normally? And then the question is, does he like rip his shirt off? Like he's stressful, like he rips it. It's like, or does it just like just break? Because you know, it's like the old head face going red when someone gets angry, and then like the steam whistle's going out. But instead, he just like gets tense and tense and tense, and then his shirt rips. A super really tight form-fitting one. See, I don't know how well that would come across in miniature form. See, because I'm thinking it can't be like CG at all. Because I think the original Fat controller was I mean, I'm going to have to go back and rewatch all the original Thomas stuff. But he was like a standard model, I think. From what I remember. Depending how defined his muscles are. Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through the original stuff. But then what's his name? So he's called the Buff Controller, right? But what's his name? I think he can't be a Sir. Do we go easy? Do we go Gregory something? Gregory Smith. Played by Greg. Baseballum cap. No, because he's going to have a top hat. He's got to have a top hat. This is when the insanity kicks in, and anyone new to the stream is like, what the hell are these two going on about? Because they've just missed the last hour of conversation. And people are like, who on earth? What are they talking about? You have to have some mental problems to want to do what we're talking about. I'm literally going to go and get the tape measure out after the stream, and I'm going to get to work on it. Although it's going to be like 11 o'clock. Maybe I'll do it first thing in the morning. No more than the standard adult Thomas fan. Don't know about that, Greg. I don't think there's anything saying that we're standard adult Thomas fans. I think we are anything but standard. Problem is, I'm going to be honest, there's going to be a large majority of people who watch the channel who only know Thomas the Tank Engine stuff from the CG stuff, not from the OG, the OG model days. Well, then they will learn. That sounds very ominous, Greg. Are you threatening people? Are you going to make people sit down and watch watch Thomas the Tank Engine stuff with you? You're like, you will watch the original. Man, I tell you what, that intro scene will forever live burned into my head, where he's going past the he's going past the windmill over the marshy terrain, man. Oh, I've got an idea for the title. If we're going with Colin, right? It's got to be Colin and Cohorts. Well, it doesn't have to be, but that, I think, works quite well. Because again, Thomas and Friends, you can't take and Friends. So it can't be Colin and Friends. It has to be something else to differentiate it. I think Cohorts works amazingly. Although it could get confused with like C&C, Colin and Cohorts. Is Thomas and Friends actively known as TNF? No, not really. So I think we're actually fine on that. But then we kind of need to decide what kind of loco Colin will be. Well, we'll worry about that in the future. We're in planning stages. We're in testing stages. How are you doing the narration? Well, the narration will be done like exactly the same as the original, right? What do you mean? Just like in terms of like recording or anything like that? I'm not that far into it yet, Greg. That's a future problem. Current problem is figuring out everything else. The narration is easy. You know, it's then worrying about building a story. It's the story that more gets me. That's the main thing, isn't it? It's gonna be just like Thomas will do something different. I feel like doing it exactly the same as Thomas to begin with is probably the safest way to go. You know, don't change what isn't broken. But obviously it will be different story, different characters, so it's not going to be exactly the same, is it? No, I think that style of narration probably will work fine. I was going to say, who knows, maybe we can get Ringo to reprise his role as a narrator, but I don't think that's going to work. He's a little bit old now. You'd be like, hey, Ringo, we're working on a Thomas the Tank Engine clone called Colin and Cohorts. Do you want to be the voice of the narrator? I don't think that will work too well. Yeah, it's an internet series. It just lives on YouTube. Maybe we need to get another big rock star. Maybe Ed Sheeran. go in the newer direction. I was gonna say or Lewis Capaldi, but Lewis Capaldi might be a bit of an interesting one. Definitely wouldn't be adverse to it though. it's see, the idea is there, Greg. I think it could work incredibly well. I think it could slap. See, the thing is you could test it by doing by getting an AI voice of Ed Sheeran to do it, and then just approach him and be like, look, we've got this perfect gig for you. It's getting millions of views on YouTube. It's called Colin and Cohorts. We want you to be the narrator. See, he's done stuff with Pokemon, so I think it would definitely be something that maybe we could get him to do. I was gonna say, he's into the Pokemon stuff. He probably also is at the age where he grew up with Thomas the Tank Engine. So if the vibe was similar enough, I think it would be quite easy to get someone like that involved. Just be like, look, won't take up much of your time, Ed. We just need you for like 2 hours. You can bash out like 5 episodes. I'm sure he's a busy man. He's touring India right now anyway. I remember hearing on the news he got done for busking. Apparently he had permission, but he didn't have permission, and it was all confusing. I think it works quite well. I think I have the makings of a children's TV director. Or idea guy. See, if they would have brought me in a few years ago to the Thomas the Tank Engine stuff, I probably could have revitalized that series. For a fraction of the... Wow. Again, when you have the set built, the only thing is it takes time. And if you have more people working on it, I honestly think you could even just mix the two. A CG face on a real model could also possibly work. It would take a lot of effort, though. No, it wouldn't, because you would just green the front of the train, just like paint it green, and then you can just like, you could just like, what's the word? Chroma key it out and then just put on a CG face. I think it would work just as good. They might want to approach you for the reboot. I don't know, Greg. I feel like Colin and Cohorts is probably already a hit. You know, just need a logo, need a train mascot. I think it's doable. Because again, in that situation, you don't have to worry about reshooting the scene multiple times with different faces on. You just shoot the scene once with like the train coming into the station, and then just CG the face on. I don't think it will be done for cheap, because again, you have to build the model, you have to make the model. But again, in theory, once the model is made, you don't need to do anything else to it. You only need to build more if you want to explore new areas of the world, right? And tweak and edit it. Yeah, good. It did. It did track. Good. But no, if you are just joining, I am having a ramble with Greg about creating our rebooting the original OG Thomas the Tank Engine stuff. Basically redoing it, but with a different series. New characters. I think it would probably slap. Probably do relatively good on YouTube. Yeah, don't mess with the buff controller. He will sue. No one would be insane enough to do it, Greg. I think that's the problem. See, the only thing is that we would need to design the world layout, which is honestly quite fun, I will say. That's my favorite part, is like planning out the track layout and things like that. Are we setting it on an island as well? Ooh. That's a good question. I mean, the other possibility is setting it up more as a heritage railway. Oh no, again, that comes into the question of time like the timing of the series. If the series is set in like the 80s, 90s, or 70s, 80s, 90s, you can't really run it on Heritage Railway because it wasn't as big of a thing back then. But nowadays, it is. Because you said it as a Heritage Railway, it's kind of different. You know, it's 2 or 3 locomotives set in a little area. You know, it's a very simple kind of track and path. You don't have these big stations or anything like that. It's more just like a run, 2 runs, things like that. I think that works. The Heritage Railway works quite well as a one-shot thing. But I think if we were doing it more as a series, it probably would have to be set somewhere else. An island is just so easy, though. I mean, it works for Jurassic Park. You know, how many islands are they on for Jurassic Park? There's like 15 islands that all were working on dinosaurs at the same time. No, obviously, I think there's like, what? There's island A, B, C, D, and E, or something like that. There were a few Heritage Railways around in the 90s, you think? Steam trains were all phased out in the 60s. Oh, okay. So, yeah, so I think... Wasn't Sodor the last place with steam trains? Wasn't that like the whole thing, though? Yeah, see, I think Thomas is... I think, you know... an island would be too similar to Thomas. So I think a Heritage Railway would work. But the problem is Heritage Railways are very small sections of track. You know, they're not like sprawling things. You know, it's not like, oh, we'll run down to the docks for this episode, or oh, we'll run, you know, we'll go down to the beach this episode. It's like, it's one track. So I think as a proof of concept, a Heritage Railway would make sense. Or the Heritage Railway pilot test could be the starting where he ends up, and then he tells it a story back in time, and then everything else in the series is actually taking place in the past but being told through Colin and what Colin had heard. So then you could kind of get away with the insane stuff, because it's like, Colin heard that this train went flying off the tracks. You know, it didn't. It got derailed, but the train would describe it as, you know, blowing off the tracks and flying through the air. But, you know, it didn't. I think that could be an interesting concept. Because again, when people tell stories, people always exaggerate, right? Or maybe it was about in the past where he was traveling the country or things like that, and now he's stuck on this Heritage Railway. I think there's a lot of different ways you could go about it. I think you could definitely do some interesting stuff with it. But yeah, Heritage Railways, I think, are just simply, most of the time, they're just small little areas of track. All right, 8 more resets. Man, that's insane. 600 resets done in just under 4 hours. Definitely feels like one of the quickest hunts I've ever done. Yeah, see, again, I think the loop stuff works quite well, Greg. The only problem with it is it's not exactly an amazing place to tell a story. Hey, Drew. How you doing? Hope you're having a good Saturday. Your weekend is going well. Shaymin went into the darkness. Found a shiny yet? Sadly not. We only got 4 more checks today as well, so it's very unlikely we'll see the shiny today. Not impossible, just unlikely. Never say never, but it's not likely. I hope so. I hope we find it before Greg's prediction of 10,000. Although even then, 10,000 will only take me 20 days, so... At the rate I'm going anyway. What do you get if you win? You'll get to write and direct an episode of Colin and Cohorts. Right, this is the last check. 1,500 today. No shiny. 3422. That's the second one that someone reckons around 3,000. I think Elo said 3,535. Lots of people are guessing around the 3,000 mark, which would be good because it's about halfway to odds. He's kind of hoping you already had that on. I mean, you do, but we'll double it up to 2. You'll get to sing the intro song. You'll get to be the singer of the title song. Oh, don't worry, Drew. I'm not giving up. I'm just stopping for today because I've been at it for 4 hours. It's almost 10 p.m. I want to sleep, and I also want to go and prep some of this ideas that we've got stuck in my head now. Or if you want, Greg, you can write the intro song. I'll leave you in charge of that. Anyway, I'm gonna go sleep. I've got sleep to do, stuff to figure out, and I'm gonna go. 1,500, Drew. 1,500. Just hit 1,500. Tomorrow, I hope to get up to 2K, which should be doable. And then by the end of next week, I hope to be up to 4K. And then I might stream like the first half of next week and not the end. So basically do 24th, 25th, 26th, not stream Pokemon Day. And then maybe get up to 6K before Pokemon Day. I think that will be the goal. But we'll see. I think I'm going to go, though. I'm starting to really... My eyes are starting to, like, close down on me. So I'm going to go. So, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow when we're getting up to 2K. And that is it. I will see you all later. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for hanging out. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your Saturdays. And you all have an amazing Sunday. And I will catch you all. Yeah, catch you all then. Goodbye for now, everyone. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye.